So this whole relationship dynamic in GTA 6 could end up being one of the most interesting parts of the game. What you saying, everyone? Hope you're good. So in today's video, I just want to talk about Jason and Lucia's relationship, how they might meet, how it could affect the story and gameplay, and just break down the whole vibe Rockstar seem to be going for. And I also want to say a big thank you to everyone. We're on the road to 5,000 followers over on X, and I never thought I'd be even talking about a milestone like that. So be sure to drop a follow if you enjoy the content, and don't forget to subscribe over here. I'm going to have plenty of GTA 6 content coming out before the release, and let's get into it. So, strangers. The first thing I want to talk about is how Jason and Lucia could actually potentially meet. Based on what we've seen and how Rockstar usually tells stories, myself, I don't think they're together from the start. I think it feels more like we're going to see the relationship build over time. Maybe they meet during a job, or one helps the other during a tough moment. But I don't think they already know each other. I know there's been a bit of dispute about this when I made a tweet, and a lot of people disagree, so we'll just have to wait to see who's correct. But I'd actually prefer it if they don't know each other. It means we get to see their relationship form, not just be told that they're together. And we could potentially get to play through those early moments of the trust being built, and maybe even some early conflict. It also makes more sense for Rockstar to show us that side of the story instead of skipping past it. Watching their bond grow gives us a way to be more invested in the characters, and it's way more powerful. So yeah, I'm leaning towards the idea that they start off as strangers, and maybe lose the connection, and the game brings them back together. So the Bonnie and Clyde dynamic. Now obviously it's no question that everyone's comparing this to Bonnie and Clyde, and yeah, the vibe's definitely there. Definitely easy to make that comparison. But I don't think Rockstar's just going to do a full copy and paste. I think they're going to take the energy but make it more grounded. I think Bonnie and Clyde were quite chaotic. Everything they did was wild, fast and reckless. But Jason and Lucia, I think they're going to be more calculated. Still in the criminal world, but I think they're going to have different goals. I think we could see a more complex dynamic. Maybe one of them is more into it than the other, and maybe one's trying to leave the life but feels stuck. And let's not forget how badly the Bonnie and Clyde story ended. So if Rockstar's following that same kind of story arc, this could be a tragedy more than anything else. It makes me think, do we go down with them? Do they make it out? Either way, it's just going to be a mad us versus the world energy, and I can't wait to jump into it. So the power balance. This is where I think it could get really interesting. Like, who's actually in control here? From the trailers, Lucia seems like she's the tough one. She's been through some stuff, prison and everything like that. So you can just see it. But Jason feels a bit more low-key, a bit more chill. I don't think he's necessarily weak, but I think Lucia could be standing out as the main character. I think early on Lucia is going to be calling the shots, but as the game goes on, obviously that shift could change. Jason might get a bit more ruthless, or maybe he starts making moves behind her back, or vice versa. Rockstar's great at showing the kind of power struggle between characters. It's never black and white. 1 minute they're working together, and the next someone's making the moves the other one doesn't know about. And that power balance could even affect gameplay. What if there are missions where one of them has more say in how things play out? Or even if the choices we make could affect the outcome? It's just all really super interesting. Dual perspective narrative. So obviously we know GTA is going to have 2 playable characters, but this time it's not like GTA 5 where they're just part of a crew working together. Jason and Lucia actually have a real connection, and switching between them is going to feel a lot more personal. It's not just you go here and I'll go there. It's literally playing through a relationship. This opens up so many angles. You could have a mission where you play as Lucia and see things one way, and then later you switch to Jason and realise he saw it completely differently. You could also keep secrets from each other, and us as the player would know both sides, which is going to create some wild moments. You might be playing as one of them thinking, should I say something to the other player? But you already know the answer. I'm just hoping Rockstar lets us make these small choices and change how they interact, and maybe have some additional decisions which could impact their trust for each other, or how close their relationship stays. Stuff like that just builds up quietly in the background, and it'd be incredible. I think this is part of the game that could make everything feel a lot more emotional, not just fun, but a proper in-depth story that we haven't really seen in a GTA before. And it'd be really great to see something like that. So the inevitable falling out. This is probably my biggest theory for the whole game, and I don't think they're going to stay together, at least not through the whole game. There's just no way it's going to go smooth from start to finish. I'm expecting a proper falling out at some point, probably halfway through the game, or maybe close to the end. But I think something major could happen that will split them up. It could be betrayal, it could be that one of them gets greedy, it could just be the pressure in general. And imagine how this plays out if we're switching between them when they're actually in the middle of a falling out. we'd actually feel the split in real time. Missions could get more tense, maybe even confrontational. Like, what if we end up being on a mission where we're literally against each other, or even have to choose between Jason and Lucia? This could be one of those story beats that hits proper hard, especially if we've been building that bond with the characters from the start. And obviously the more Rockstar makes us care about the characters, harder moments like this are going to land. And one thing I'm also really curious about is how Rockstar will handle the emotional consequences of this relationship, not just the story, but how it affects us as the players. Because this isn't just like a small side plot. Jason and Lucia's relationship is going to shape everything, the decisions, the motivations, and even potentially how the world reacts to them. Like, if the choices we make in their relationship, could it actually change the game world? If they're close, could NPCs treat them differently? Or could it even close or open different missions? And again, if they're not getting on with each other, maybe we could get new challenges or even enemies that exploit the weakness in the relationship. Also, imagine how this could affect the gameplay mechanics as well. It's just going to be absolutely insane. It could bring a whole new level of immersion and player investment. It's not just about the characters, it's about how we feel and react to them. And Rockstar have always pushed storytelling in open world games, and this could be the deepest we go yet into making the relationship feel real and alive with consequences. And I think it's just going to be absolutely incredible myself. Endgame. So what could all this potentially lead to? Do they make it out, or does it all go down in flames? I'm leaning towards the idea that potentially one of them might make it out and the other one won't. It's too clean for both of them to just make it out. I feel like something heavy is definitely going to happen during the game. Maybe one of them sacrifices themselves, maybe they both have to try and escape but only one pulls it off. Or maybe Rockstar could give us multiple endings like they've done before. I'd definitely like to see that. Choices building up across the story and it all paying off at the end. If you stay loyal, you get one outcome. If you mess up the trust, it's a totally different ending. Whether it's like, redemption or complete destruction, I think the story's going to end on a massive emotional note. And I think because we've been through every part of the relationship, as I'm hoping we will, it's going to hit way harder than anything we've ever seen in a GTA game. So yeah, there we go. Personally, I just think Jason's relationship with Lucia is going to be the standout feature of GTA, and it's just going to cause so much impact with the dynamic for the storytelling and everything else. So it's not just going to be about robbing banks and fast cars, it's going to be about trust, loyalty, betrayal, real character-driven stuff. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you reckon they're going to stay together? Do you think one of them is going to flip? And who are you more interested in playing as? And I just want to say a massive thank you once again for all the support. It definitely means a lot to me. I'm glad you're all enjoying the videos. And feel free to like the video and subscribe. It helps more than you know. And I'm looking forward to dropping some more GTA content soon. And I'll catch you for the next one.